If you have builder grade cabinets like I do, you know the frustration of opening a drawer and having 3 to 4 inches here at the back that you just can't get to. It makes it difficult to get things out, even if you've got organizers and you've got to store stuff, stuff gets lost back here. I'm gonna solve the problem in my kitchen with these full extension drawer glides from VVenace. VVenace sent these to me to test out and to go through how to install them. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take this drawer out, get it cleaned out, get the old glides off, and we'll pick up from there.
All right, so we've got the drawer box out, got it cleaned out, removed the old glides. I've set those off to the side and probably not gonna keep them, but this is the new glide. I picked up these brackets. They attach to the back of the glide, and you'll need these if you are installing it in a cabinet with a face frame like I am that supports the back of the glide as you install that in the cabinet. So a few things that you're gonna need, screws, my square, a pencil, my drill, and that's gonna get us started. So with this glide, you can see this extends out here. And if you flip it over, there's a little black lever on the back side, and that's to release the 2 separate parts of the glide, the drawer side of the glide and then the cabinets part of the glide. I'm gonna set this off to the side. We'll be using that at a later part in the build. And the next thing we're gonna need to do is prep to use this glide. So I've turned the drawer box upside down because I want to draw a line parallel to the bottom of the drawer. I'm going to use the scribing square to do that, and it's got holes so that I can easily draw parallel lines. Come down 1.5 inches, and that's about where I'm going to set mine. You can adjust as necessary for yourself, but I'm going to use my pencil and just scribe this line again 1.5 inches from the bottom of the drawer box, and it gives me a nice parallel line to follow, and I'm able to draw a similar line on the other side so that those drawer glides line up evenly.
Okay, so now we have the drawer part of the hinge. It does have a metal tab on this side. That's gonna go flush up against the drawer front in this case. And I'm gonna line this up as best I can with the line that I scribed. There are 3 sets of holes, and I like to use the oblong hole that moves up and down. That way, give you a little bit of up and down adjustment in the hinge, this drawer slide after you have it installed. And I'm just gonna use these screws that came with it. You could drill a pilot hole if you wanted to. But we're just gonna go full send. All right, there. Now I'm gonna flip the drawer over, do the same on the other side, and then we're gonna prep the cabinet. All right, so I've gone ahead and marked, and I've pre-drilled my hole here for the screw that's gonna hold the front of the drawer glide. This is that drawer glide, and as you can see, there are a handful of holes here at the front, and we're gonna use this hole here. So as I turn this around, that hole's gonna line up with where we've pre-drilled. And I'm gonna go ahead and install that screw. I'm not gonna go super tight because we're gonna still be floppy on the back until we get that rear bracket installed. They do make jigs and whatnot that make this easier to install, but if you're only doing 1 or 2, you're probably not gonna have that jig. We're gonna set that, we're just gonna leave that hang. We're gonna do the other side, and then we're gonna set the back brackets in place. All right, with the drawer glides screwed in the front, brackets are set on the back. Now it's time to get the brackets leveled and secured to the back of the cabinet. I'm gonna use the speed level to do that. Set it here on the front of the drawer glide, and level one side at a time and get that to where it's nice and level, bubble sitting in the middle of the level there. And then just screw this in at the back of the cabinet. Nice and secure there. And then I'll do the same on the other side, and then we'll just make sure everything's lined up and get the drawer back in. Okay, now we're ready for the last step. You might notice that the drawer glides on the cabinet don't slide all the way back in. There's a little latch that's going to catch as we install the drawer. Get it lined up on the right side, get it lined up on the left side. In we go. And now we've got access to the full depth of the drawer, which was the main idea of this in the first place. And now we have a more usable drawer.
All right, so this took me only about an hour, and I was recording as I was going, so I think if you were ready and you had what you needed, you could do this in 30 to 45 minutes a drawer, possibly faster if you've had some experience. But you can see the drawer opens all the way up now. I can reach all the way back to the back of the drawer without having to fight anything, and the soft close just brings it home.